Brian has been watching tape after tape after tape, as he usually does. What about knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone? How good was Owen, Brian?
Well, are we doing that game first?
Well, we don't have to. We can do the Raiders and Panthers, or we can do the Sharkies and the Warriors. You do as you please, young man.
Well, I did watch the Sharkies and Warriors game.
Okay, let's start with that.
Let's do it. I thought it was a pretty good hit out for both sides. Warriors looked a little bit rusty, I suppose, getting used to after the Sean Johnson era. I don't know. I know young Metcalf was playing at 7, which sort of nullified his running game a little bit. I don't know whether they'll continue with that. Maybe that's what Webby wants. But they looked okay. I thought Charles was the best player on the field.
Okay.
But as you say, there was the 3 or 4 of the big guns of the Sharkies weren't there.
No.
So it was just more of a defensive. I imagine both coaches were quite happy with the defensive efforts of both sides. Ended up 12-all. I thought that was a pretty good result. There was 28 players.
Yep.
Went onto the field. So James Fisher-Harris, I don't know whether he was busted or what, but the first half I don't think he only had a couple of runs. Don't know whether they sort of keeping him in the back pocket for round 1, but good hit out, I thought, for both sides. Quite physical.
A lot of the narrative, as people like to say, the narrative was they loved Metcalf at halfback.
Yeah.
And it's overreaction Monday, right? People love to overreact on a Monday. It was a trial. They played a reserve grade Shark side, right? And I love Metcalf. And if you want to have a couple of drinks with a good bloke, go and have a few with his old man. He is 11 out of 10.
Right.
But,
whether it was just Coach Webster trying to feel out. I feel that he needs to be a running 5'8", because Tamari, we know, can play both sides of the field. He's not as big a threat as Metcalf, I would think, but maybe he's a better talker. I don't know. We're not in the sanctum.
No.
Or Coach Webster thinks that he can get this side going a la Sean Johnson. I was just surprised that he was starting at 7, but this is what trials are for. Can
I ask? I was watching a bit of junior footy, and the junior footy can be quite agitating because you see people. Sometimes the junior footy is what happened 2 or 3 years ago in first grade. The left and rights as halves. I don't love that.
No, they were both playing Metcalf.
No, I know
sides.
They were, but I watched a junior game where this kid is, in my opinion, and I ain't embarrassing because he's only a kid.
Half.
He's a half.
Yeah.
Probably a fullback, but he's the best goal kicker in his club. He's playing under 19s, right? He's the best goal kicker in his club.
Yep.
Right, first graders included. He will be the top point scorer of the NRL one day. And they're playing left and rights, and you're just stuck in this little corridor.
Yeah.
I hate that. Thoughts?
Do you? Yeah, I agree. It's a bit like when sometimes we see the centres playing on both sides. Everyone goes, "Oh, look at that!" But in the old days, every team was doing that.
Yeah, but it's not like the centres, Brian.
No. The only thing I was. Are we going back to the trials?
Yeah.
Going back to the halves.
We haven't left the trials.
No.
We're still there.
The play the balls. Sorry, I'm just...
Yeah,
that was what I meant.
Yeah.
So they're saying you've got to make a concerted effort.
Yes.
Can we just say just play the ball with your feet? We'll get used to it.
I love the rule. So do as you please.
But don't you think that it's part of the rules?
Yeah.
Play the ball with your feet.
I know. I agree. But I love the rule where... Guys, do as you please, but in the event you score and we go to the video and you haven't done it, bad luck, chuckarooski.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
But it's going to cause... This is going to get people off
no,
the
it won't.
bit.
No, it won't. I'll promise you when it happens in a game, because we'll make it all loud and clear, we're going to cop this crap play the ball. However, in the event that there's a try scored and you have just gone rat's ass, scant regard for playing it, no try. And then I promise you the fans will not turn on the game.
You don't reckon?
They'll turn on the player. They'll go, you bloody idiot.
Remember I'm going to say it was 15 years ago, and Bill Harrigan went berserk one Friday night when he just kept pinching everyone. There was a crackdown, play the ball.
They don't like crackdowns. No one loves crackdowns.
People getting sin bin.
I get that.
Like if we had have done it then, if we had a crackdown, as we did 15 years ago, we wouldn't have been having this discussion now. Just play the ball with your foot.
Put it to the open line.
Or do people, okay, or are we happy with just rolling the ball?
I'm the biggest one who's been against, and I was hammering David Fafita, who never does it. And people go, it's not just Fafita, anyone who does it. Okay, that's fine. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I love the new rule where we're not going to kill the game with it. So we're not going to give penalties 60 metres out, 30 metres out.
Get away with it. Get away with it.
Get away with it. Get away with it. Right?
Is it like
give it away? Give it away now.
Is it like
give it away? Give it away
okay.
now.
Is it like people who drive with their mobile phone on their lap?
Correct.
It's all good. It's all well and good until you get to Moore Park Road.
Thank you.
And boom. See you later.
Brian.
5 points.
Thank you very much.
See you,
Brian
AI.
Volandis. Thank you. You've just summed it up there perfectly.
All right.
The run home with Joel and Fletch.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.